Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to the next Months of Gynax video. For this one, we are taking a look at another OVA, Appleseed the OVA. Now, before I get to the review, I want to mention this. I have no prior experience to Appleseed. I've heard that there is a manga for it, and there's at least a few seasons for it. I have no idea if they're related. So if you're saying like, "Oh, this was in the manga. Oh, this wasn't in the manga," I don't know. I haven't read it. Anyways, that might not have been the intent of this film. I think the intent was for fans. I think. But let's move on to something I'm going to mention right now. The story. Okay. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I would normally describe to you a story, but I will be very, very, very honest. I had a very, very hard time following it. Oh my god, this was a very hard time to follow this one thing. This was a difficult one. I had a very hard time with getting through this story just because I could barely understand what the hell was going on. So we have that. So the story was extremely hard to follow. The characters were much better. Okay, I could follow the characters a little bit more than the story, but honestly, the characters were not that much easier to follow. And I seriously had a hard time just understanding a character's motivations or stuff like that, or why was one a robot and the other one wasn't. Yeah, this is a Gynax show, by the way. So, I think that one's an in-universe thing, and I really needed to look at it from a different point of view. So, I'm going to go with that might have been my own fault. The animation for 1988, by the way, this is one of the oldest movies slash OVAs I've reviewed, is actually fairly decent. I'd say similar to Akira. This isn't actually half bad animation, and I'll give Gynax at least that much. Good job on the animation, and I still think it doesn't hold up completely well, but it holds up enough that's watchable. And then there's the music, which I merely think is okay. It's one of those compliments the rest of the OVA, but that's about it. Okay, I'm going to be very, very honest. I had a very hard time following this one. It's not that I didn't necessarily like it. I didn't mind it. That's not the problem. The problem was trying to follow this anime. I could barely understand the story, and I could barely understand the characters. Though the action scenes were pretty cool. I think it was not helped by the fact that I couldn't find the dub for this. Yes, there's a dub, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to stick with the sub. And the sub was in pretty bad shape to begin with. Oh boy. Overall, not that good an anime. Well, it's not terrible, definitely. Because I'm not into the source material of its respective series, I cannot judge this on equal merit. So, yeah, this one is at best. I give Appleseed a 5 out of 10. I wish to have liked this. I think the action scenes and the animation hold up well, but the rest of it does not. And that is the main problem with this anime / OVA. Anyways, that's all from me. This has been Star 6 Wars 1, and I'll see you next time.